The horror movie-cation of Mama E with Natalie, a For the Love of Ghost podcast series.
Hello, Mama E here, and
it's Natalie. Hello.
welcome to the weird place. I think it just gets weirder and weirder as we go along.
Bit like us, really.
Exactly. Just get weirder and weirder the longer you know us. Anyway, We're back again. Another movie. And this time, would you like to tell us the movie as you have the props?
I do. I have props.
Unfortunately for those not watching the video, you're not going to see the props, but we'll tell you what they are.
Okay, we'll give them some clues. If I was to say to you, beachfront setting, sexy saxophone man, what's the first film that comes to mind? And if you thought, The Lost Boys, you'd be right. Yeah. I'm a bit sexy saxophone man.
Yeah, well, we didn't get that out of the Ghost, did we, really? Ritual's sexy saxophone man. It's just saxophone.
Listen, just because you do not have an unhealthy obsession with an undead Papa Nil, unlike myself, you know, you might get sexy saxophone man at a ritual.
True. Yeah, you might do.
You might.
There's a very important scene in The Lost Boys, sexy saxophone man.
It's very important, yes.
Pivotal part. Very oiled up. Obviously, you've got to play saxophone with no t-shirt on. So
no t-shirt, covered in grease.
Yeah.
Hair and chains. Many chains.
And hair tied back. Proper 80s.
I will say, Tim Capello, God love him, still makes a living off of that song and still makes a living out of turning up at conventions and playing it live for people.
I think that's a bloody good thing. It's the fact he can actually play the saxophone. They didn't just hire someone who looked pretty and went, yeah, just pretend. It's, you know.
Yeah, no, it's his song. He is on the soundtrack. See, look, Tim Capello.
That's a bloody good soundtrack, though.
This is a fantastic soundtrack. This is one of the best soundtracks to come out of a horror movie in the 80s. Argue with me.
Bunnymen.
The Bunnymen.
I think my song choice is a cover of Echo and the Bunnymen.
People Are Strange is the Echo and the Bunnymen on here.
Is that their song? I didn't know. I thought, yeah, I didn't know that was their song. No, I think, Mike, you know, we always pick a ghost song, which we'll talk about. I need to just double check if it is actually Echo and the Bunnymen's song, because it might be.
And while you're doing that, I'll just some of the other artists on this. You've got In Excess,
nice,
doing Good Times, which is a great song. Lost in the Shadows, The Lost Boys, performed by Lou Gramm, which you have learned the lyrics for, which you
didn't know. No, like, this is very important. We're not even discussing the movie yet, so I put I call it Bob, my tablet in the kitchen. I call it Bob so as not to trigger it off all the time. But I asked Bob to play Lost in the Shadows, and I came over and I'm singing along and I'm looking at the lyrics going, I've never sung that. I always thought it was Sail On Through the Night. Sail on through the night, lost in the shadows. It's not Sail On Through the Night. It's Say Hello to the Night. I think my lyrics are better.
Well, I'm sure that whoever wrote the song would argue with you, but
Say hello to the night, sail on through the night. Oh, so no. I think mine's more poetic.
Yeah, yours is a bit more flowery, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a bit flowery. But what's quite funny is if you just sing it, that's what you hear. If you listen to the lyrics, the way they do it, I can't not. It's a bit like some of the misheard lyrics we've discussed before on the podcast For the Love of Ghost.
Just got the song running through my head now, but yeah.
Sail on through the night. Now I have to add like more to the hello. Say hello to the night. I was like, oh, lost in the shadows. But we'll get to it at the end. But and people might guess this now. What my chosen song for the film happens to be one of Ghost covers of Echo and the Bunnymen song, which I didn't realise was a cover until I was watching Stranger Things. But that's beside the point. Because I heard it on Stranger Things and went, I know this song.
I know that song. That's a Ghost song.
I heard it from Ghost. But Stranger Things only plays songs from the 80s. So yeah, that led me on a little sort of
Did that lend you on a bit of a
rabbit
goose
hole.
track?
Yeah, a little bit of a rabbit hole. Had to go and find things out. Went, oh, okay, it's Echo and the Bunnymen, and there we go. Oh, that's very exciting. I'm very excited now. There's a link actually to the song I chose.
Ah, da 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 da.
Ta-da! Who knew? Who knew? Anyway, so Lost Boys from 1987, a
My God.
1980s classic.
I don't think it's just an 80s classic. I
It's
just think it
classic.
is just
It's just a classic.
a classic. It's an absolutely fantastic film.
So watching it there, and I didn't look up what year the film I'm about to say is from. Very much Goonies style. There's a very much the feel of Goonies in it. It's that sort of maybe a little. Goonies was younger. This is more teen, but there's that feel.
Yeah, what year did the Goonies come out?
I'm now going to just double check. But yes, it's a very, very. I think you can't not have watched The Lost Boys. I think. That being said,
No, I think you're right. I think it's one of those films that's almost kind of like a rite of passage.
yeah, I didn't watch it till I was older because my husband introduced me to The Lost Boys.
I watched it when I was for the first time, when I was in upper school. I would have been, gosh, maybe 13, 14 the first time I saw it. So too young to see it according to the BBFC ratings.
Yeah.
But
It's 15, isn't it? I
yeah.
think I was 12 the time I saw my first 15, and that was Jerry Maguire. So that was quite eye-opening. There's only one dodgy scene in it, but I was 12 years old and did not know where to put my face.
What was the first 15 I ever saw? Before I was 15.
In the cinema. I think I'd watched 15s at home, but in the cinema, my first one was Jerry Maguire.
First 15 I ever saw was at home, and it was My Stepmother is an Alien.
Oh, that's actually brilliant.
And it's Kim Basinger, Seth Green.
Oh, hey, do you know what?
And Alison Hannigan.
Oh, wow, they were in that together.
Yes.
That's so cool.
Yep.
And recently, sorry, again, going off on a tangent, talking about Alison Hannigan, my singing teacher, J.R. Richards, who was the lead singer of Dishwaller, actually posted something because one of his songs was in How I Met Your Mother.
Ah.
Down version. And I just always think, Alison was one of those. Oh, I just love her. I think she's awesome. Anyway, tangent. There we go. Should we come back to where we meant to be?
Tangent, My Name is Us.
Yeah, I think one of my first 15s might have been True Lies. True Lies might even be an 18. Like, but you know, on those where you go, they used to rate them much higher back in the day. I think if it was brought out now, True Lies would be a 15. I can make you laugh. I think True Lies is where I went, oh no, it's a 15. There's a bit in it, and I was quite young, because what year did it come out? 94. So 11, 12. By the time it came out on DVD, VHS, love, VHS, I was probably about 13. And I asked the great question, what's a blowjob? Because it was in the film.
So if you were 13, how old would I have been?
I think by the time it came out, because it came out in 94, so I was about 11 when it came out. By the time it came to VHS, I would have been 12 or 13.
If you were 11 when it came out, how old? 15. How many years? Really? Wow.
Is that right? Yeah. What year are you born?
About then.
This 94. How? Yeah. Would you have been? About right, isn't it? 14, 15?
14, yeah, 14, yeah. The year before I left school. I left school at, could have been 15. Yeah.
Depends where in the year it comes.
Depends where in the year it fell, yeah.
All I know is whoever was in the room with me went, you'll find out when you're older. I'm still wondering. I have no idea.
You still don't know? It's that good Catholic upbringing. That's what it is with you.
She's lying. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think they should go back to the film. I think we should keep them in check. When they start rambling. Thanks. Bloody charming, that is. We're in charge now.
Still the most ridiculous piece of merchandise I have ever purchased.
But also one of my favourites, because I don't want to die in my sleep. I've been murdered by plushies. Oh, it's very good. I can't wait.
It arrived today.
I'm hoping mine will be on its way soon. We can but hope. Hopefully by the end of the week. Yay, the film, the movie. The reason why we're watching all these, well, I don't really see The Lost Boys as a horror movie. It's no worse to me. It was no worse than watching like Buffy. I rate my things around sort of Buffy. I mean, Buffy kept deaths tidier. I mean,
she did, yes.
The deaths in this are like dramatic. Later on, it's quite dramatic, you know, they're full on.
I believe the word I used was squelchy.
They're very squelchy. Oh, must have been so grim. Anyway, right, so let's get into the movie.
Can't imagine being on that set the day that, you know, they started killing them all off. And, you know.
Oh, sorry, if anyone's not seen it, tough. It's been out for nearly 40 years. Which is really scary.
No,
maybe you should put him inside, trap him in. He has to put his little arms over the top. Don't move. So, there's a lot of people in this one. So, director Joel Schumacher.
Yeah.
There's writers. There's 3 writers. Jan Fisher or Jan? Because we're looking at the surname, it could be either.
True.
It did story and screenplay. James Jeremias did story and screenplay, and Jeffrey Boehm did screenplay. I'm really sorry if I said any of those names wrong.
Interestingly, on the DVD, the screenplay says Janice Fisher.
So it is Jan. So it's Jan.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, now you say that, I think I remember on IMDb saying credited as.
And you saying that this has got a very Goonies feel to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a Richard Donner production.
And that he did.
And he did The Goonies.
Oh, The Goonies did 1985.
And that'll be why Corey Feldman ended up on this film then, because there's the Goonies connection.
Oh, of course, I should have twigged. He doesn't look that different in this one. He doesn't look that much older. But it depends when filming was as well.
Yeah.
These things would take time to be made and come out, whereas nowadays they're made a lot quicker. There are so many people in this who have quite
so many names.
Names. So in the character names, so we've got Michael, played by Jason Patric. Sam, who's Corey Haim. Haim,
yeah.
Haim. Lucy, Diane West, but it has an I in it.
Is it Diane West or is it Diane Weist?
Weist. That's.
Tell us in the comments.
Yeah, tell us how we pronounce it.
Yeah.
Do you know what's just come into my head is I forgot to put a link for something in the latest one I released.
Oops.
Oh well, I can put it in there later. It's fine. But I'm saying it now. Sorry for this podcast. ADHD brain, but don't say it out loud.
It'll never happen.
So now I'll watch this back later and I'll go and do the other thing. Grandpa, who is my favourite character in this. Barnard Hughes. Oh my God, he's just the best. He's just the perfect level of grumpy.
He's the perfect level of grumpy and the perfect level of stupid, and also the perfect level of horny old man.
And clever.
Yeah.
And actually quite bright. And knows exactly what he's doing.
He knows exactly what he's doing.
To mess with us.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, then we have Edgar, Corey, the Frog Brothers. So, Edgar, Corey Feldman, and Alan Jameson Newlander. Took me writing it out to go, Edgar Allan! And even my daughter went, oh. And they just all looked at me. I'm like, I just had a moment. It's fine. You know, when you see a link to something, in case like, but they're not Edgar Allan Poe, they're Edgar and Allan Frog.
Frog.
Frog brothers. All right. And I did laugh because this is the first time I've noticed their parents never move.
No, they're fast asleep hippies in the corner of the comic book shop.
Yeah, all the time.
Yeah.
What I need to check next time, do the clothes change? Because that would be funny. I didn't actually look. It's only just an idea I've thought about now.
You know, I've never thought about that.
It literally came to me now, each scene, because obviously it's on different days. I'm going to have to go back now and just literally find those scenes.
I have watched this movie probably 500 times. What?
Never
Why would I
thought
thought about this?
guys in the well, I've watched it quite a few times, and it's only this time I thought, oh, they never move. I was like, that's the part I want. Just in are they actually dead, or are they just stoned hippies?
No, I think they're just stoned hippies.
Nice.
Yeah.
Then David is played by the wonderful Kiefer Sutherland. Also, let's just put a shout out there to Kiefer's music. The man can sing and play and write songs.
He can.
I've seen him live.
Also gives incredible hugs.
Yeah, you've met him. Well, I would have liked to have met him, but he was the last gig we saw before COVID and lockdown hit. So we saw him in Brighton at the Chalk Club. It's a really random place. It's one of those, unless you are looking for it, you're not gonna. It's literally a door. It's this chalk above it, and you're just a bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dinky little place then.
Yeah, it was a proper intimate venue. We were so close to it. Like I was freaking out because I'm like, he's just there, and I've watched him in things like 24 and The Lost Boys, and I don't quite understand. And we went outside afterwards and actually chatted to one of the crew members. He said, oh, normally he would hang around, but he's got a really bad cough. He's not very well. We're not sure if that's what he had then. He has subsequently had it because we were going to go to one of his other, when he came with his next album, and it got cancelled because he had COVID.
Oh.
And I said, I sent an email going, are you refunding, or will you give us the new date? And they went, we're sending your refund now. That's not what I asked.
That's not what I asked.
But never mind. It's fine. So, yeah, but I would like to see him again because he was incredible live. Like, if he was ill, that was him ill. Like, my God, what he would be like if he was well.
I got incredibly lucky and worked an event where he was a signing guest.
Nice.
And this was for Wales Comic-Con. So shout out to Wrexham University, because that's where we were. And I was looking after Michael Madsen for the weekend, and sitting 2 guests down from me and Michael Madsen was Kiefer Sutherland. And I'd just got his latest album at the time, and he was walking back in, I think probably from a cigarette break. The man can smoke like a chimney. He was sort of walking back in, and I said to him, the new album is fucking incredible. And before I actually finished what I was saying, he'd wrapped his arms around me and given me a massive hug, at which point I turned into a puddle of goo. And when the conversation was over, I had to take myself off and give myself a quiet talking to. Michael Madsen came round the corner and was like,
are you all right?
Are you all right? No.
Can you imagine what we'd be like if we met Tobias then?
Kiefer Sutherland's just hugged me. I'm very good at keeping it together in front of people, but on the outside, I'm very much, yes, lovely. This is lovely.
It's very correct.
This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Everything is fine. And on the inside, what's actually happening is,
right here, right now from you. Surely, this is lovely. This is good.
This is good. This is good. He's right there. This is good. This is good. It's fine. It's fine. This is good.
My little hamster in my head was going, it's just on the wheel.
Oh dear.
Right. So now
he is a genuinely lovely bloke, and he knows that the reason that a lot of people are there is for stuff that he's done many moons ago. He knows that Everybody wants to talk to him about the Lost Boys. Everybody wants to talk to him about Young Guns. You know, a good chunk of people want to talk to him about 24, and it's you know, that seems to be his stock in trade. The amount of Young Guns 8x10s and Lost Boys 8x10s he had on his table was insane.
I love that, where people don't mind remembering their early work. I mean, it was bloody good early work as well. There's no need to embarrass, because it's a bloody brilliant movie. But because I think there's some actors that do get to a point when they're like, I don't want to talk about that film anymore because, you know, it was ages ago. But that's the building blocks. Like, that's what set him up. And he's so good in it. He's so creepy.
Corey Feldman's the same. Corey Feldman is still making money hand over fist over the fact that he was in the Lost Boys.
Brilliant.
And that's Feldman's autograph right there.
Oh, very nice, very nice. And then we've got in the vampire gang, you've got Paul, but who's played by Brooke McCarter. Then you've got Dwayne. I did not know their names until I was looking at the cast list going, Billy Wirth, Wirth.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Dwayne is the one with the long dark hair then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marco, Alex Winter. And if anyone is wondering why they recognise him, or swear they've seen him before, he's from Bill and Ted.
And Ted.
Which was also, let me have a look, when was Bill and Ted? Because, you know.
88? No, 90? 91? Bill and Ted's
I think they were,
newer.
yeah. Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure is 1989.
Oh.
And then their bogus journey was 91. And then they Face the Music in 2020.
I was thinking of 91, then I was thinking of Bogus Journey.
So, yeah.
With Death.
Yeah, I love Death. It's my favourite character. I love Death.
Excuse me, your shoelace is untied.
Best 2 out of 3. Best 3 out of 5. Best 5 out of 7.
7 out of 9.
And he's such a serious actor. The actor who plays Death is the one who's in The Green Mile. And I was like, oh my God, it's him. He's like the dad in it of the child that's been killed. So, you know, you see him in other things, and he actually plays really tough characters. I'm sure. Let me just double check. I'm not talking out of my nose. Just going to double check. I do love Death.
Have you noticed, dear viewer, that today the ADHD is strong with us?
When is it not strong with us? Where are
It
you?
is particularly strong today.
Well, it's just to double check. It's just to double check these things. Where are you, Death? I've lost you. There you are. I'd lost Death. Yes, it is. It's William Sadler. I haven't got him in as Death. They've got him in as the Grim Reaper. But yes, Death. But I also like Death from Bella. Terry Pratchett. Just having a moment there. Just
The weird thing is that I knew what you were saying, because in my head, what I've been saying for the last 5 minutes is Death of Rats.
Death of Rats. And that links us nicely back to Ghost. Squeak. But, you know, don't forget your friend Death. Anyway, all we've discussed is the names so far. I think we need to get a move on. So there you go.
Yeah, get a shifty on.
Alex Winter, Star, who is a big part of this, obviously.
Jamie Gertz.
And then you've got Laddie, who is Chance Michael Corbett. So out of all of those, oh, did I say Max's name? I missed Max out. I'm terribly sorry. Edward Herman is Max.
Is he still with us?
Just, oh God, not throw my phone on the floor.
I've got a funny feeling. I don't want to peg him as dead if he's not already dead, but I've got this weird feeling.
He's not with us anymore. I will find out for you. He passed in 2014.
Bloody hell, he's been gone 10 years.
Yeah, bless him.
Wow.
Brain cancer.
Oh.
But yeah, so he's only 71, bless him. But yeah, 10 years ago.
Wow. Still quite young then at 71.
Well, his grandpa passed when he was 90. He was only in his 70s when he did this movie. He looks way older. I look at my dad, who's 79, and I'm in my but I think that was the era, and maybe they like asked him to, So
who's your favourite vampire and who's your favourite non-vampire in this?
So my favourite vampire, David.
David, yeah.
David is hands down David.
David, yeah.
And my favourite halfway there, definitely Michael. He's quite cool in this. And he's not exactly, horrible on the eyes. And then actually, so I think my favourite non-vampire is Grandpa.
Yeah. But then to be fair, I mean, Michael, the actor who plays Michael, does come from extremely good-looking stock.
Yes, you did tell me whose dad was, but I can't remember.
So Jason Patric, who plays Michael, his father is I can see him in my head and he's gone.
Am I having to get IMDb out? And today's episode, if only we were, if today's episode...
He plays Father Damien Harris in The Exorcist.
Oh, yes, I know who you mean. Yeah. Oh, God. Let me go and find him.
That's his dad.
Let me go look up Exorcist.
Yes.
It'd be easier to find The Exorcist. His dad, and he plays the priest, doesn't he?
He plays Damien Harris, yeah.
Jason Miller.
Jason Miller, yes. Because Patrick is actually Jason's middle name.
Oh, there you go. I was going to say, today's episode is sponsored by IMDb.
Yeah, he's Jason Patrick Miller, but he dropped the Miller for professional purposes. So not to be a Nepo baby.
Yeah, just going to put that, we're not actually being sponsored by IMDb. I feel like maybe we should be, the amount of times I've used it in the last half an hour.
Exactly, that's crackers.
It got 7.2 on IMDb for The Lost Boys, which is pretty good going. Oh, I didn't look numbers.
Not bad for a cheesy horror movie from 1987.
And I will give you how many reviews there's been, because I always like to look at that. That's out of 167,097 reviews.
I wonder what the critics thought of it when it came out, and whether it, was as big on release, or whether it was a sort of a bit of a sleeper hit, whether it picked up traction on video or that sort of thing, and then obviously DVD when that became a medium, because I remember having it on video.
These things on VHS. I don't think we did in my household, but that wasn't my family's type of thing.
Well, I was quite lucky in that I didn't have a video player in my room, but by the time that DVDs were a thing, yeah. I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had my own TV and DVD player in my room. So it got to the point where I would just take myself off to my room and just watch whatever I wanted anyway, which I'm sure my parents absolutely fucking despaired of. But
I just kept watching Truth About Cats and Dogs. So
yeah, the funny thing is, I don't think I've ever seen it.
Yeah, it's not a horror movie.
But that'll be why then.
It's just an easy watching stupid movie.
Fair enough.
So anyway, let's actually start the movie now. Like, we've introduced everybody, we've kind of discussed the plot. So I like the style of the filming at the beginning. It's an aerial view following a car.
Yes.
And it introduces you to the fact they're at beach, they're at the coast. And it's tracking them in the car, and then they have a conversation in the car, and you can see that they all, it's mum and two boys, and they do get on. I always think it is quite funny how much older Michael looks to Sam, but there is actually only 5 years between them.
Yeah, I think they tried to age Corey Haim down a lot in stuff that he was in. Yeah. I think, they were. I think that the younger he looked, the longer he could play those kid brother kind of characters.
Yeah,
but he did look very, very young in the film. Where is the dog in the car? Is the dog actually in the car, or is the dog in the flatbed of the truck?
Oh no, Nanook's in the car with Sam. I'm sure he is, because I'm sure they.
Or is Nanook sitting in the back seat with Michael?
Yeah,
Sam's in the front, isn't he?
Why is Sam in the front? Why is the younger child in the front? Oh, actually, that's a discussion my children have constantly. Let's not go there.
Let's not reopen wounds.
I will come back to the next bit that happens, but later on, they kind of go into town with the car, and Mike, and then when they drive back, Mike's on his bike.
Yes.
Which I think was on the flatbed or at the back or on something. But it's just quite funny how suddenly it's like now he has, or did he buy the bike in the market?
No, I think we see him taking the bike off the back of the flatbed.
Yeah, possibly.
And then he follows his mum and Sam up there. Also, have you noticed a running theme throughout this film? No motorcycle helmets whatsoever.
Oh
anywhere.
no, safety. What's that for? It's the 80s, darling. We don't no.
Couldn't have motorcycle helmets back then, it would have ruined their hair. And there is some fantastic fucking hair going on in this film.
There is some 80s power ballad hair going on.
Oh, there is some Bon Jovi looking locks going on in that vampire
I have
gang.
to say, I think David or Kiefer's haircut is.
I mean, even though it's a shorter cut, it's still business in front, party in back, and I like it.
Length at the back is just.
I like it.
Not quite a mullet, but it's not far off.
It's not far off being a mullet.
It's a distant cousin.
Yes, it is.
I think it's slicked at the sides rather than cut. It's just, it's quite funny. So the music starts after they've had the conversation with "People Are Strange." I mean, it's a bloody good song anyway. While they do a montage of Santa Carla, and I've noticed that so they're showing you missing posters, and I think they're showing you the weird element of Santa Carla because it's people with haircuts like mine and hair color like yours and mine, and they just keep showing them. I'm like, yeah.
Does this not show you exactly where our ideas came from when we were younger?
I didn't even know.
When I grow up, I'm gonna have hair the colour of somebody out of the Lost Boys.
I was subliminal messaging, and I didn't see it till I was older. So anyway, and it shows the seaside and the coast and the coastal, the seaside games and rides and stuff that's going on, and people having a good
boardwalk. And
they arrive at their destination, which is their granddad's, their mum's dad, who pretends to be dead. This is the first introduction of Grandpa. So from the start, from the start, he's quite a character. They come over, and I just like Sam. Well, if he is dead, can we go back to Phoenix? It's like
playing dead, doing a damn good job of it. What I heard.
Yeah, exactly. And then he's like, well, Michael says it's a pretty cool place to stay, and Sam's like, yeah, for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. It's like, he hasn't got a TV.
I say if you buy a TV guide, don't need a TV.
Yeah, it's like, and read it all. Don't need a TV. Yeah, exactly. Brilliant. I'm sure they're thrilled. I like that there's rules around here. Opens the fridge, old farts. But if you notice later on, I think that sign's disappeared.
It's where he keeps his double stuffed Oreos and something else.
And his pop. Double stuffed Oreos. Better watch out for Terzo.
Don't summon him.
Yeah, said his name.
Like Beetlejuice. If you say it 3 times, it'll appear.
Or if you've seen I've seen the new film Red One, and there's a character in it that is like I think it's Scandinavian shock horror character, because there's Krampus in it, and then there's this witch figure whose name is Grilla, and if you say her name, she hears you and will come and find you. So
you said it now.
I know, I'm in big trouble. Sorry. But yeah, so again, tangent. Sorry, brain. So back to Grandpa, the old fart. But I think when he opens the fridge later in the movie, because the fridge does get opened numerous times, that sign's definitely in there.
I'm going to have a look at it.
It's going to be like the clothes and the sign.
Yeah. That's where I keep my root beers.
Really important to the heart of the film. Not.
Yeah, but you see, the thing is, at this point, when you've seen it that many times, it's like, let's just look at the little things now.
See the little things I've missed. That's where you start looking for the bits where the continuity errors are, like a shirt being tucked in or untucked, or a hand being there but now being there and there.
Yes.
Or behind and in front and behind and in front. And when you watch it the first time, you don't even notice, It's like, and then you watch it again and someone's pointed it out, and that's all you can see. It's like
That's all you can see.
in the Star Wars, I can't remember which episode it is where the stormtrooper smacks his head
Episode 4, New Hope.
through the door, and all you can hear is the clonk.
I know, but if you've got the special editions, what you can hear is the clonk, and then as they all walk into the room, you can hear the lead stormtrooper say, "See to him."
Ah, because he's just given himself a fucking good
Concussion.
It was like, just keep it in. The rest of it's fine. Don't care if he's done himself a mischief. See to him. Anyway, again, another tangent. Enjoy that.
That name is us.
So Grandpa, is it true Santa Gala is the murder capital of the world? He kind of evades that the question. He doesn't really.
Does he not say something like, well, if all the corpses buried in Santa Carla were to stand up all at once, we'd have one hell of a population problem.
I missed that line. This is a problem when you write notes. You then miss the bits. Because I'm watching it on my PlayStation. It's not the easiest to rewind, so you just let it keep going.
Yeah, just.
And then it cuts to a scene that makes it feel like someone is flying. And then it's people partying on a beach. And Michael's first sighting of Star. And this is also where we see the wonderful saxophonist.
Ken Capello.
Saxophonist?
Saxophonist.
One of those. Someone who can play a saxophone. Tenuous link to Ghost. Yeah. There's a little link. Plays it very well. Very good 80s music playing. And that's where he sees Star, and that's gonna be very important later in the movie. Then a gang of youths enters the video store, while Lucy, their mum, is in there and has met the owner of the video store, Max. Does she meet Thorne then as well? Is Thorne with him? Yeah.
I don't know. I know that she finds some kid outside on the boardwalk.
That's why she's come in to
who's
say
lost his mother. Yeah.
And that's why she came into the store.
Yeah.
Ends up chatting to Max, and then these youths walk in, who we do not know at this point are, the undead, that they are vampires. Sharpen the fangs. And the owner of the store appears to not like them. I've told you before not to come in here. I've said you're not allowed in here. I've written here, we meet Max and his dog Thorne. So we get to meet Thorne.
We do get to meet Thorne. Excellent.
There's a link back to
The Omen.
The Omen, Thorne. And then we come back to Sam.
Which is also a Richard Donner production. Wow.
Oh my God, there's so many links between these movies. It's like an ADHD person's heaven,
Thanks, ADHD brain.
I have made links where there are none.
Here is a link, there is a link, everywhere a linky link.
And then they're going, no, it's not why I did that. Yes, it is now.
It is now.
Canon now. Thanks very much. You're right over there, Poppy. You look like you've having a moment. And you come back to Sam and Michael. I keep wanting to say Sam and Max because that was a computer game I used to play when I was younger. With a dog and a rabbit. That's totally normal. That's police detectives. Max, being the dog, had clothes on. Sam did not. Anyway, it's just... Have I taken it too far, Sam and Max? Too much.
Is it too late to get out of this? Yeah. No. Yeah.
I've changed my mind.
Just.
I think you need to speak to your agent, Natalie.
All right, hang on 1 second.
That's the new guy.
Okay, but if she does it again, then no.
Yeah.
Okay.
While they're discussing that, anyone
okay.
else played Sam and Max? It's a really good game.
Okay. Okay. Last chance though. Okay.
Just because Natalie never goes off on tangent.
So my agent said
My agent says I must continue.
My agent says apparently there's a contract.
Yeah, I renewed it. The best friend contract for
The
another
best friend
year.
contract has been renewed for another year, and therefore I am contractually obligated to continue with this conversation.
We thought this was going to be a quick one. Right.
Oh, quick.
I don't even know how long we've been talking. It doesn't tell me on this one. So interesting. Anyway, so this point, Michael and Sam are still together, but Michael is trying to follow Star in a non-creepy way. I think he just wants to talk to her. I don't like it where I'm like, he's following her. That sounds so bad. Like, And
as Sam says, he is a slave to his hormones.
Yeah, I said, basically, Sam goes, I'm at the mercy of your sex glands, bud. And Michael's like, don't you have somewhere else you need to be? Or you can go. He's like, yeah, actually, there is. So,
Michael. When Sam spots the comic shop.
Yep. So Sam goes to the comic book store and meets Edgar and Alan, and the Frog brothers, who start chatting to him. I cannot stop laughing at Edgar's voice. My daughter was like, that's really mean, Mum, laughing at someone's voice. I said, it's not his voice, it's the put on. It is very much this.
We're all about truth, justice, and the American way.
It's all very, very over dramatic.
It's all very dramatic. Vampires, bro. Take this comic home, bro.
You don't know what you're dealing with. We made a demo once.
Oh, actually.
And if anyone knows that reference, you're in as far as we are.
We did the demo once.
Actually. His voice in the it's the deep voice. It's like snorts, never good. All I'm gonna say is repugnant. Okay, people, that's a repugnant reference. Made a demo once. It's very important.
I can't believe you just did that.
It's what it made me think of when I heard him. I was like, yeah. I keep laughing every time he speaks because he's very serious and it's very important. You must take this comic. Vampires everywhere, the comic. And Sam's like, I don't like horror comics. But they then realise that Sam is pretty cool because he tells them where certain comics shouldn't be. And
you can't put this with this because they haven't even discovered red kryptonite yet.
And this can't go with this because this character hasn't come in yet. And like the 90, you can't put the 300s with the 98s because X, Y, and Z.
Yeah.
While the parents are in the corner. So then we come back out and Star goes with the gang scene from the video store. She's about to get on the bike with Michael, and then David is watching it all, comes over with his troops, his gang, and is like, Star. Star. And she's like, So she gets on his bike. At that point, though, I suddenly went, he calls Michael, but Michael has not said his name.
Star introduced them.
Did she? I couldn't remember. I was like, did that happen? Because I think at that point my door went or something, and I was like,
yeah, I think she said, this is Michael and I'm going for a ride. Yes, you were, love. That was your plan. Dirty.
Snigger. All innocent. And then she gets on the back of David's bike. It's very religious names going on here, David and Michael.
This is also the first time we see Laddie as well.
Yes. Who's on? I think it's really sweet that one of the vampire brothers, as it were, is like, you hold on there. He's actually really caring for the young one.
For the young'un.
For the young'un. And then tells Michael, do you know this point? And he's like, well, I can't keep up with your bike. I can't race you or whatever. And he's like, no, you just need to keep up.
Yeah.
And so they go off and are racing with the bikes. And then is that the bit where I don't think that is that bit, or is it? I don't think that is the bit. I think that is just where Star goes with the gang scene from that. I'm not sure that's where they ride together just yet. I think that might be slightly.
No, I think it is.
No, because I'm
Isn't
pretty
it?
sure down here, Star finds Michael on the pier.
Oh yeah.
So I think on this one, it's just no. You just see Star going with them, because then the next bit is that whole the camera angle being obviously someone's sight, and it's the flying, and it's
Yes,
in
and the
car.
couple in the car after they've stolen all the comics from the comic book shop.
Yeah, and they're having a flick through and all the rest of it. And then did you hear something? No, it didn't. And then the roof of the car gets ripped off, and the bloke gets pulled out fast, and then the zoom in is her trying to claw her way away as something comes down and gets her. Because again, it's all inferred at this moment. You don't know what they are. And then one of my favourite scenes again is when Grandpa shows Sam his antique car. Let's go to town. So they get in the car, starts the car, and he stops the car, and Sam's like, I thought we were going to town. That's as close.
It's as close to town as I like to get.
Yeah, that's it. And then I think this is the point where Sam does then go back to the comic book store.
Yes.
And Edgar and Alan
Poe.
Edgar and Alan Poe Frog. Right. Tell Sam about vampires, and he doesn't believe them. I mean, it does seem like you would be incredulous, wouldn't you? Just be like, yeah, right, you pair of weirdos. Like, what are you talking about? And they give him the comic book with their number on the back. Just hope you don't have to call us.
Hope and pray you never need to call us.
And Sam just thinks they're weird.
I'll hope.
But I
pray.
have to call you.
Never have to call you.
I do like Sam's sort of sense of humor, and I also I forgot to say at the beginning of the film, it just shows that Sam and Mike do get on really well.
Yes. Yeah.
They are siblings that quite like each other.
Yeah.
So that's quite an important point, which is when later on in the film Sam's doing stuff to help Mike. He's not dead against it because his brother's pissed him off. So Star then finds Michael on the pier. The character being played by Kiefer, David, intervenes. This is where she ends up getting on David's bike. And they race on their bikes. The song Lost in the Shadows.
Sail on through the night, the Lost Boys.
Sail on through the night, lost in the shadows. Sail on through. I don't care. I've actually written it. Always thought it was sail on through the night. It says say hello to the night. I'm really sorry. Say hello to the night. I can't sing that as well. I think they mumble it anyway.
You have to slur all the words together, a bit like speaking in Swedish.
So through the night. Lost in the shadow.
But if he ever comes on this podcast, he is going to absolutely crucify us.
Annihilate us. We'll just have to be on our best behaviour.
We'd be sitting there like this.
I can't say anything. No words. Then while they're racing, it all gets a bit ethereal and weird, and there's voices in the mist, and there's a lot of Michael of Kiefer's voice. Michael. He likes to say Michael.
He's actually said my name. Kiefer has said my name to me.
Did he go, Natalie?
I nearly lost my knickers.
Lost your tiny mind.
Well, that was already gone.
And skedaddled.
When you stand outside having a smoke break with the man and he says your name and your knickers spontaneously melt off.
Did you ever watch a random cartoon called Stressed Eric?
No, but I know. I weirdly know the name.
Because at the end of every episode, he gets so stressed, his artery here beats really hard, and in the end, basically strangles him. His own anxiety just takes him out every time, and that's what it would be like. That moment of. See, this is the problem with doing this. It brings up too many memories. I'm now thinking about Stressed Eric.
I have had a few moments like that. Yes.
It's like. She seems to have glitched and malfunctioned. I'm not sure. Have you tried turning it off and back on again?
She's easily turned off and on the ball.
Oh, the honor! Oh, God.
Adverts.
Yeah.
She's easily turned off and on.
Unoffable. Oh,
Oh dear.
right. So the weird bit, he crashes his bike. Then Mike comes off his bike. Fortunately, it's quite a slow fall considering they were going really fast. He doesn't like take his skin off his bones or anything. No,
And then right by the edge of a cliff.
right by the edge of a cliff. I don't know if he was trying to encourage him to drive off the cliff. I'm not entirely sure what David was doing. Come on, Michael.
It's very odd, isn't it? It's like,
It
did
is
he
a
want
very.
him to?
I don't know.
Is it one of those really stupid chicken dare things that boys do? I mean, what?
I don't know. It was just to give you that, there's this power, something's going on. It's weird and mysterious and in the night.
Well, it is
And
a
I crashes his
storm.
bike. How far are you willing to go, Michael? How far? I've just moved to the area. I have no idea.
I don't know, David. Down the street and back again. What are we talking about?
End up at the group's lair, which is apparently a sunken hotel because it was built on a fault line.
Very fucking cool. Very
Very
huge poster of Jim Morrison from the
Love
doors.
that. So good. Though, doesn't Michael just look a bit like him? It's like they've got similar haircut or something. Coiffed hair. End up at the group's lair, hear thunder, there's a storm going on, it's all very atmospheric weather. You're gonna like it here, Michael. It's all very creepy. If I was Michael, I'd run really far away from these weird boys.
Yeah, but you see, we say that now because we're women of a certain age.
I must say, yeah, true. If I'd been like 20, 18, 20, maybe. No, I still probably would have run away because they were weird boys.
No, at 18, 20, those were the kind of boys I was running towards. Full pelt with my entire heaving chest.
Heaving bosoms.
Oh, no, to be fair, at the age I am now, I am still running full pelt towards boys that look like that. And the problem is that I've got older and they're all still fucking 20.
Because they're vampires, Natalie. That's what it is.
I keep looking at all these beautiful men, and I'm like, oh dear, you're the same age as my son.
Yeah. That moment of I am very sorry that I thought you were very pretty. I'm just gonna go.
I'm gonna go over there. I'm gonna go away now.
Do you know what? That's why I'm so grateful. Like I've got into a band where actually it's fine. It's fine. It's all my age and it's all fine. Everything's fine.
It's fine.
It's all fine. Because you see so many of these people. You're getting older though when you watch certain movies and you're now like the dad rather than the main character.
Oh.
What are you thinking of?
That I'm old.
You're not old. We're just older.
I am old.
At least we grew up in a better era, I think. I think it was nice. I think we're lucky that we got to experience life without so much internet and social media side of stuff. And like learn how things worked. I'm glad for the era I was born in.
Yeah.
Even if it is a bit weird now. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, you're gonna like it here, Michael. And then it cuts back to Grandpa brings Sam. Sorry, Lucy's gone in to tell Sam it's lights out time and all the rest of it. What was it? She said, yes, that's the reason I divorced your dad. I can't remember what it was now.
Yeah, that's the real reason that I divorced you.
He wouldn't shut the wardrobe door.
Because he didn't believe in the
I liked that. It was just funny. It just shows that there is a nice relationship with this mum and her two children. You don't know why the dad and her got divorced, but it was like, they obviously did it quite quickly because she said there was no point, I think her dad said to her, you're about the only person who's had a divorce and ended up worse for it.
Yeah.
But she was like, I don't want to go through legal battles. It's not fair on anyone. So, and while she's in there Grandpa then comes in with a taxidermied beaver.
Pass.
I think it's beaver. Yes, it's taxidermy, as in the animal for any body. While Sam's reading his comic, he's thrilled by this.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh yeah.
Isn't it what everybody wants?
Who doesn't want that staring at you when you wake up in the morning? He puts it in the closet. He hides that. He hides that. I like the posters. There's the one from 16 Candles.
Yeah, massive one, Molly Ringwald. Big poster of Rob Lowe.
Yep. There's some good posters. And then we're back at the lair and it's feeding time. Well, they bought dinner and it's Chinese. But this is where David is definitely messing with Michael at this point and getting him to see things. He's like, "You enjoying the rice, Michael? It's maggots." And then he's like, looked at it and he's like, throws it on the floor. And then he's like, "Why? It's not. It's just rice.
It's just rice, Michael.
It's just rice, Michael."
10,000 Chinese people can't be wrong.
Yeah, how a billion. It's like
a billion Chinese people can't be wrong.
And then he's like, "Maybe you'd like some of these worms. Oh, some of these noodles, but they're worms." They're not. They're just noodles, Michael. I mean, it's just mean. Like, seriously. Someone was bored, I feel. He was a bored vampire.
It's mean girl shit is what it is.
Yeah, and I think he's jealous because obviously he's Dar and all that rest of it. More atmospheric thunder, just to, give you the mood. And then drink some of this, Michael. Be one of us.
And out comes
a bottle of what looks like red wine.
The bottle.
But Star tries to warn him it's blood, but I think after the whole maggots and worm thing, he's now like, "No, you're just messing with me again. It's not true. It's a mind trick." So he drinks it. Cue the really good music.
And the hallucinations.
And the hallucination.
The dreaminess.
The eyes closed and the imposed, superimposed imagery and stuff over the top. Very 80s. Very, very, very 80s. And then I can't remember. I put a bracket because I was obviously going to come back and write what song it was. I didn't. But it's the one with the kids are singing. "Thou shalt not peace."
That would be Cry Little Sister.
That's it, thank you. "Cry Little Sister."
Performed by Jared McMahon.
And there's a choir in there somewhere.
Yeah.
Obviously, that choir didn't cry at the lyrics they had to sing.
No. This goes against my whole personality.
I love you know what I was talking about.
Of course I know what you're talking about. We share a brain cell.
It's still nice, isn't it? It's reassuring. And then they were crying, and then like, it's all right. So we asked some people in LA. They're always willing to sell their soul.
Answers on a postcard if you know what that's from.
And then they write. This is another weird scene. They do like doing things with like fog and smoke. Again, from the 80s. They ride out to the railway bridge. And Michael's, "What's going on? What's going on?" And they like each individually jump off into the mist, but call out to the mist. "Come with us, Michael." No, don't want to.
No, I don't want to play this game. No,
He then looks over and they haven't jumped off. They've jumped down and they're hanging on to the bars. So he climbs down and holds onto the bar because, that's a sensible thing to do. And then while they're dangling there, I can put my arms down now. I don't need to dangle with them. Their train goes over, jostling the bridge. And Michael, finding it difficult to hold on. They're all fine. He doesn't realise they'll have vampire strength. And the others choose to drop down into the fog, wondering, "And you are one of us, Michael. Let go." It's like, one of you. He doesn't even know what they are. They haven't told him. And he can't see through the mist, but he can hear them. And no longer has the strength to hold on, and he falls, but then finds he's kind of flying, and then he's screaming and falling again. And then he's falling onto the bed. and you don't quite know what's happened to that scene.
With a newly pierced ear.
Yeah, we haven't seen where he got that. But I've made note here. So there's something that happens. It kind of shows that time has passed. I think there's because so Michael comes into no, let's try again. Sam comes into Michael's room with the phone and it's mum. It's like 2 o'clock in the afternoon and he's asleep. But mum, when she's on the phone to him, is like, we don't see you anymore. So I think this has been going on. I don't think it's very long. I think it's like a couple of days or a week, but she's now got this job in the video store. And, time has gone past. And like you said, suddenly he's got this earring. Mum wants Mike to stay with Sam as she's been invited to dinner by Max. And she's like, and you're out all night and sleeping all day. She works all day. He's Sam's on his own an awful lot, and Grandpa's off to see someone with something he's taxidermied. Michael makes a really horrendous joke about it being their dead husband. It's their dog.
It's the widow something that he goes out on a date with.
They widow that, and I just think widow Twanky.
Well, that is where my brain went, and I knew that was wrong.
The widow Thomas, the widow.
Anyway,
yes, Widow Thompson.
Hey, good girl.
Hey, so I had written it down. Not Widow Twanky. That's Aladdin, I think. That was the last panto I did before I had Alyssa. Anyway, I played Aladdin. As you do. And then he stays there, but his attitude's changed. He's not quite the Michael he was at the beginning, the clean cut, he does what his mum asks, gets on with his brother. He's being a bit arsy, he's a bit confused. He's, having a moment.
Oh, he's a teenage boy then.
But he's not though, is he? A bit older than that, but I suppose he's meant to be. I suppose he's probably playing like 18 or something rather than the 21 he actually is. Grandpa goes out to deliver the thing he's taxidermied. I think it's her dog, to Widow Thompson. And then as soon as Grandpa's gone, it seems like the gang have arrived on their bikes. There's loud noises outside. There's lights outside. And he goes to the door and Sam's like, don't open the door. I don't know if Sam can hear or see them or just thinks Michael's gone a bit crazy. But as soon as he opens the door, it all stops. There's nothing outside.
Oh.
No one there. Just to give you that bit of eerie feeling, I suppose. If you were watching it in the cinema in the dark, I suppose that would be a bit creepy. When you're sat in your own front room writing notes, just oh my God, it's not quite so exciting. And then Michael just tells Sam to go take his bath. And Sam does. I'm not sure. That's that to me is the most unrealistic bit of the whole movie.
Oh, not the vampires. It's the fact that one brother told the other brother to take a bath and he did.
Yeah, because I had 2 children, a girl and a boy, and no fucking way. They don't even do it when I ask. Totally unrealistic, this point. I was like, just goes off, what? Okay. Anyway, I just laugh at that. Go take your bath. And then Michael's at the fridge, he's got some milk out, and then he's clutching his chest, and there's the beating of the heart, and there's pain, and he drops the milk, it's all over the floor, and he's like, is this where his heart's stopping? Because, he's becoming a creature of the night. And Sam can't hear him because he's in the bath, proper singing and giving it all that. I love Sam's character because he is not a typical boy. I really like Sam's character. He is very comfortable being Sam.
Yeah.
Very comfortable being Sam. And I think it's quite brilliant. And I mean, there's certain bits that I've written down that I won't say yet, but it just, it's very funny. But so you didn't have the creepy bit. So Sam's in the bathroom, it's all lit and there's music and it's joyful. And then it's the darkness outside and Michael's walking towards the door. And then you see the door handle turning and Nanook's in the bathroom with Sam, with him and he starts growling. And then as the door opens, Sam doesn't see because he submerges himself under the water. And Nanook takes Michael out, though it looks more like a... but, have to make it look scary. And Nanook... there's menacing music and darkness, just to add to it. And he takes Michael out so he can't hurt Sam. And then you got Sam coming out of the bathroom in his dressing gown, what did you do? He's like, because Nanook bit me. Yeah, but there's no moment that he ever thinks his dog is like vicious. He's like, but what did you do to Nanook? Why has he bitten you? And at this point, I think the bite has brought Mike back to himself for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he was protecting you. You know, he did it to save you. And this is where Sam notices Mike's reflection. He's like, he's diminishing. He's like, what is happening to her? And I love Sam's reaction at this point. Not scared. It's like, wait till Mum gets home. And he just stomps
My
back.
own brother, a goddamn blood-sucking vampire! Stamp, 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 stamp up the stairs.
It's just this. Oh, Papa! Buddy! Are you all right, buddy? Did it stop you? The stamp, stamp, stamp up the stairs. It's come here, you. Ooh. Are you okay? Oh dear.
Yeah, I food.
You did food. I think maybe we should take over the podcast. Get rid of these two. I think we'd be better. Anyway, was it the stamp, stamp, stamp up the stairs?
I think so, yeah.
It was all a bit too much. Thou shalt not fall. See what I did there?
He doesn't want to sit back up there.
No, he scared himself. That's why.
I'm going to sit him down here by my lap.
Yeah, my one's going to sit here by the microphone. So if you hear breathing, you know what it is. And then everyone panic.
He's going to be doing his best Darth Vader impression down there.
And you know, I collect Darth Vader things, so you know.
Shouldn't be giving him any ideas, should I?
If anyone wants to add to my Darth Vader collection, I'm up for donations. Always open for things that are Darth Vader. So yeah, I have many. I have Darth Vader cuddly. I have the Darth Vader helmet in a box thing. I've got Darth Vader Russian dolls.
Crystal Darth Vader.
Crystal Darth Vader. Thank you very much. Darth Vader keyring. Darth Vader
3D printed slinky thing.
Yep. So what I need, the ring that Tobias has, that would be awesome, but that probably costs way more than my entire collection.
That probably costs more than your house.
It's probably, I hope it's not quite that bad, but yeah. But anyway, I like Darth Vader. You'd never guess. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, Mike's been bitten, but he, thanks to Nanook, he's sort of settled down. Sam's just annoyed, not scared, just pissed off.
What did you do to my dog?
And he rings Edgar and Alan, who says, like, you need to stake him. He's like, I'm not going to stake him, he's my brother. I'm not going to do that. Then, you know.
A nice sharp stake. Drive it straight to his heart.
We'll do it. Yeah, he's like, no. And then Michael's struggling in his room. He's flying, but can't control it. There's a lot of screaming. He's in there, and
a lot of scrabbling.
And then he's out the window. But he has managed to grab a phone. Because Sam rings his mum. Do you know what? That actually really pleased me. Even though she doesn't believe him. Or no, at this point she does, because he's like screaming. The fact they actually contact and say stuff to their mum.
Yes.
In so many films, nothing is ever told to a grown-up. Ever.
No.
And he does. So, you know, mum rings, Sam answers, and he's like, we need a long talk. And then he's screaming because Mike's floating has the second line, the second landline.
Yeah, right. He doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't know what he's saying. Mommy doesn't know what he's saying.
Help mum. She leaves her date with Max. She runs out of the restaurant and Max just sees her running away. Help me, Sammy. Sammy, open up, please. And he does. He lets him in. And there is that little part of you, like the first time you watch it, you think,
is he going to eat him?
What's he going to do? But he doesn't. They stick together and they hug it out. And then it's like...
Did you also notice, though, that there still was the temptation there because he turned Sam's head towards him at one point because Sam was looking away and his neck was exposed and he turned his head back round.
To help so he doesn't feel tempted.
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually, that's a nice. I'm probably typing. Tap. Yeah, a bit of ASMR. Maybe I should record that as well. Me typing away. Probably mostly backspacing because I bought
a sounds good though.
Swedish keyboard and I keep hitting the wrong keys. Anyway, Yeah, and then Mum comes home, everything's calmed down, and he just makes out he saw something out his window while reading
A horror comic.
a scary comic book, and she's like, like any mum, I don't know what to do with you two anymore. Just head out.
No, she's not impressed with him, is she? And then to top it all off, there's milk all over the kitchen floor, which again sets her off.
Yeah, she's like, do you not pick up yourself when you spilt milk all over the floor? The fridge is open. That's when I noticed the old fart sign was missing. There is
Did you notice that when she put the milk carton down on the counter?
Yes, I did. Dropped milk, missing poster, and it's Laddie.
It's Laddie.
It's Laddie. And then Sam asked to sleep in his mum's room that night as well. Yeah, it's really funny.
Yeah.
Oh, have you eaten pizza? No. Stink of garlic. And he showed him
Massive garlic necklaces
and he does his
underneath
back on.
dressing gown.
There's a dark garlic necklace on. You know,
Yeah.
no.
Ooh, garlic.
And then Max back. I've got Max back home. Noises. You think he's going to be hurt? Kai. Oh right, yeah. So Max, you got the shot of Max going back home after his failed date with Lucy, and there's noises, and you think he's going to get hurt, and there's headlights of bikes, and that creepy kite lands on him, and then the lights go out. So you think, oh, what's going to happen to poor Max? What's going to happen to poor Max? And then Michael goes to find Star at the there because Mum asked, "Where's Michael?" And he's like, "He's gone to bed early, but he hasn't. He's out trying to find Star to find out what the hell is going on, what's happening to him." I think he probably thinks he's going woo. And he comes across the bottle of blood, and he smashes it. And asked her, "What's happening to me, Star?" And she was like, "I tried to help you."
No, you didn't.
Not really. Not very much. No. And then I've written here, obligatory 80s sex scene montage.
Yes, absolutely.
That.
With the slow music and the sexy soft focus and the
smoochies and the but
and
then
the top off.
Just laying down. So they just disappear
out of the bottom of the frame. Yeah. Still like this.
Just gone. Sneaky. Ew. Stop it. Anyone watching it is not going to have a clue, just certainly. You don't need to know. It's all fine. If you want to know, watch it on YouTube.
You know what that is, don't you? That's the Instagram reel. It's me.
And then obligatory 80s sex scene montage to then again something flying. It's from camera view. It's the flying through the air back to the lair. Good music playing. It's the feel good bit and also a bit of time filler. And then it comes back. Michael's waking up in bed with Star. Shock horror. Goes home. Mum's out on the veranda because they have those in the US. We don't have that over here particularly, but she's out on a chair on the veranda. Aren't we friends anymore? Is there something, we don't talk anymore? You're hardly ever at home anymore, Michael. Do you want to talk to me? Can talk to me about anything? Is it about girl? He's like, I have more important things to worry about than a girl. Thinking, no, he just did the girl. So
but you were just bollock deep in one, so Yeah.
But more important things. I'm dying, losing my mind. The usual. And then he walks in the house, and Grandpa literally looks at him and goes, "I wasn't the only one to get lucky last night."
Because they're both in sunglasses.
It's just like, and poor Sam's like, oh. So Lucy then drives over to Max's house because she wants to apologise, and she's telling Sam, "I should be making you do this. You're lucky that I'm doing this." And so she, goes through the gate, climbs through, and then she's like, "Hi."
A nice bottle of wine.
Yeah, and then says hi to Thorne, who goes feral. He's growling and snarling, and he chases her, and she's like, "Sam!" Manages to get over but he rips her dress, and she manages to get over the gate, and then he's breaking through the gate, and it's like, so she managed to get in the car, and it's just like that. oh my God, it's like, what just happened? And what I've written here is Edgar's voice. I think it's just me going, Edgar's voice. I just can't.
Sounds like a hound of hell.
Yeah, exactly. Sam discusses Mike with Edgar and Alan. Sam thinks
No.
Max is the head vampire. And Thorn could be his protector for during the day, because they have a conversation about the fact that vampires, while they're sleeping, have protectors, and it could be, you know, a hellhound.
Sounds like a hellhound.
Sounds like a hellhound. It's a very small one, isn't it?
We did demo once.
Yeah.
Twice, actually.
He's not a wide mouth frog. He is just a
Who are you?
narrow frog. And if you know that joke, you're really old. That was one my dad told me, a wide mouth frog. Anyway, tangent.
You don't see many of those around these
Yeah,
days.
no. Hi, I'm Wide Mouth Frog. What do you eat? I eat
Wide mouth frogs.
You
don't see many of those around these days, do you? Wasn't that a Roll-Tips's advert?
Can't remember. I think it was an old joke and probably got used. But it was my dad who told me wide mouth the frog. But he was not a wide mouth frog. He's a very deep, very small mouth frog. Anyway, they then try and catch Max with garlic and holy water at the meal that poor Lucy has put on to apologise for running out on his date. You know, she's just had it up to here. And they're like, do you want parmesan? It's not parmesan, this is just pure garlic. You know, don't you like garlic? I bet you hate garlic. I don't hate garlic. It's just, there's too much garlic. You know, I love it. And then they're like, oh, you better have a drink of water. It's just chuck it all over the poor bloke. And it's like, oh, boys, this is just, no. Oh, God. And poor Lucy's like, what?
I'm going to kill them. I don't even know who these two are, and I'm going to kill them.
Yeah, I was like, and then Max comes over all reasonable and seems quite nice. You know, he's just saying, you know, Sam's doesn't want to share his mum and he's being protective and all the rest of it, and comes across very kind and caring and thoughtful. And you think, oh, maybe he's not the head vampire. Maybe that was just, you know, just
the tests have proved that he is not the head vampire.
No, exactly. You know,
yeah.
And they just think Sam is acting out. Then they're at the beach. So the next scene is at the beach, completely away from the house, at the beach. And the vampires are watching people party on the beach and get basically sloshed around a, you know, bonfire on the beach. And they're trying to encourage Michael to feed. The initiation, my notes are corrected. I'm like, imitation? Intimate? What the hell have I written there? Intimation is over. The initiation is over. Michael. Time to join the club. First time seeing them fully vamped out. And it's very similar to the vampires in Buffy. The ridges on the forehead.
They're a little less foreheady.
Yeah. It's the brighter eyes for them. And it's these ones here that are vamped, aren't they? It's not it's not these ones, it's these ones. It's quite cool.
Is that scene that?
There it is. Very cool. They
come walking over the ridge and they're covered in blood and
they look very cool. And probably about to start their next power ballad on the beach. Power ballad hair.
It really is, isn't it?
Oh yeah, 80s power ballads, you know. Michael Bolton, bit of
bit Bon Jovi,
bit of fist clenching because, you know, just so powerful.
Yeah.
And all the power was in the hair, like Samson. They feed on the party goers, and Michael fights the urge. His eyes change. You see it in him. He gets the bright eyes going on, but he doesn't feed. Now you know what we are. Now you know what you are, and you will never die, but you must feed.
You'll never grow old, never die, but you must feed. Hello.
Just popping in the corner. Just you heard food. And then, you know, that's the powerful scene. Sam, you know, Mike now knows what he's becoming. Oh my God, how are we going to save him? And that was the screenshot. So I'm scared by, and then poor Sam wakes up in the morning to another taxidermied gift. I think they're the only things that actually scare him.
It's the taxidermy.
Thanks, Grandpa.
I know somebody who has a phobia of taxidermy.
Do they? Oh yeah, people seem to put trigger warnings when they're online because I follow like quite a few like unusual accounts. I don't mind. I mean, I wouldn't personally have it done. I always think they look a bit strange, but it doesn't bother me. But yeah, I can imagine why. There are some interesting phobias out there, though.
Yeah, no.
There's always a phobia of buttons.
Push buttons or jacket buttons?
Buttons.
Oh.
Zips. And holes. That's one. That's quite a common one. Trypophobia.
Trypophobia? Yeah.
And my daughter has, oh, flip me, I've forgotten the name of it. Fear of death. Thanassophobia.
Oh, get you.
I think it's thanassophobia. You've got to be careful because it's very close to this one that's very similar and the base is the fear of water. So
that's thalassophobia, isn't it?
Yes.
Get me.
It's called, yeah, thanatophobia.
Is there a fear of vampires?
Oh, let's have a look. I will have a look. I have a metaphobia.
The fear of vomit or vomiting.
Yep. I didn't even used to like that word. And I have chorophobia.
The fear of apple calls?
No, fear of clowns. Chorophobia.
Oh, that's what it is.
Oh, wow, I'm not saying that. Sanguivorophobia.
Sanguivorophobia.
There you go. Because you're sanguine, because you suck blood.
Sanguivore. Yeah, that makes sense.
Sanguine. What's the meaning of the word sanguine?
It's got something to do with blood. I'm sure it does.
Yeah, it does. I'm sure.
It's blood eater phobia.
Blood red.
Oh.
Liturgy herald, a blood red colour.
You learn something new.
Fear of blood eaters. Because obviously omnivore, carnivore.
Sanguivore.
So blood eater.
Oh, clever.
Don't say you don't learn something when you listen.
See, we're an educational podcast.
This is the clip. This is the clip we're bringing in. We'll talk about phobias.
Education.
Yep. So there you go. And then the one as I have, fear of clowns, coulrophobia.
Oh.
Well, fear of clowns is a widely acknowledged phenomenon. I hate them creepy bloody things. Though I don't mind a Pierrot clown. They're not trying to be funny. They're sad. And I think someone looks quite similar to Pierrot clowns. I made one once. I made a demo once.
You did a demo once.
Right.
Twice, actually.
I made it at school. It was like a different subject linked thing. So you made the head in art, you made the body in design tech, you made the clothes in home economics. So
textiles. Yeah.
I made a marionette. So it will link back to Ghost. Thank you very much. I made a marionette and it was a Pierrot clown. There you go.
Very nice.
When I was about 14 or 15 years old.
Do you know what I made at school? A mess.
A mess. I made a spatula as well.
All right, Gordon Ramsay.
Made one in year 7. I made a spatula.
Anyway, where are you in the film?
Moving on. Back to the vampires. Just one thing after another. Star comes to apologise to Michael. And she's down in the garden. And they're like, no, you can't come in. Don't want you in here. And then she flies up. Oh, my God, she's one of them. But he explains, to him that he's still not a full vampire. He hasn't killed anything. Or it's Sam who says this. It's like, he's just hiding on his bed. You have to, killed your first victim. and all the rest of it. He's like just hiding under the blankets, but you can
He's
see
read a few comic books and taken a few notes. All of a sudden, he's an expert.
yeah, you got after your first kill, and she's not a full vampire yet either, because Michael was meant to be
Her first kill.
her first kill. So Sam calls Edgar and Alan, and they take Grandpa's car, and they go to the vampire lair. You know, they have sort of kitted up, and they head there. And when they're in there, you know, this is because Star is back in the lair because she disappears after telling them, and then that's when he rings Edgar and Alan. Poe frog. I don't know if there is a type of frog called a Poe. Anyway, do you know, I also found out yesterday is why birds have names. You know, why you have a jackdaw and a robin redbreast. And it came from a particular time when they were naming birds, they'd give them Christian names. So that's why magpie is actually a magpie. The bird is actually a pie. And it was Joe Brand who went, is it because they're Margaret? And he went, yeah, basically they were called Margaret Pie. And then it stuck to magpie.
Oh.
And that's why you have a jackdaw, robin redbreast. Robins are the only one where the name stuck as the name of the bird rather than the redbreast. And I was like, that's quite cool. I quite like that. So, there you go. That's why certain birds have these human names, as it were. Anyway, so full on form tonight. So you know, Star's disappeared and gone back to the lair. So then Sam, Edgar, Alan, and Mike, they go to the vampire lair, and he wakes up, you know, because it's nighttime, and this is when they're this is daytime.
It is daytime, yes. They are all sleeping.
Obviously the sun doesn't burn Michael yet, but Star asks him to take Laddie out of there first rather than save her, you know. Yeah. And this is where I wrote, this is the bit that had a real Goonies vibe to me.
Yeah.
This section in the lair, you know, they're climbing through certain bits, pulling certain bits out. It's like the bit with the boat in Goonies. And Goonies never say die. You know, it's very probably Goonies never say die. And they go and they go through a bit of it, and they find the rest of the vampires, and they hang upside down from their feet. And
but somebody does ask, where are the coffins?
Yeah. I thought they slept in coffins. This is a coffin.
This is one giant coffin.
I'm glad you remembered that line, because I thought I really should jot that down, but but then later on you see a shot of their feet and how they hang, and it's like, ew, they're weird feet. They got weird feet.
Their toes.
Long, elongated, bat-like feet. I do think Alex Winter's hair looks fantastic there, where he's dangling, and it's just like upside down.
Upside down, yeah.
All the hair upside down. And it's his one that gets staked first.
He is the first vamp to go.
And that is a lot of liquid.
It's
a lot of liquid.
It's a lot of stuff coming out of one body.
Oh, it really is. It just keeps going. Everyone is drenched. But as soon as the stake goes into him, the others
they all wake up
instantaneously. They are all connected. Because it's not his screaming that wakes them, it's the stake going into him. And then they're all screaming, there's screaming, oh my God, and blood and the liquid, and there's liquid everywhere.
You killed Marco!
Bleeding, the blood and the bleeding. And I've just written dramatic amount of blood, lots of screaming. The other vampires wake up, they escape only just. But this shows that David can't go into the sunshine because his wrist goes into a bit of sunshine, he catches fire. And then when he pulls it back in, one tear runs down his face. And then and I think he's also crying for Marco, and then he laughs a bit manically. And you think, I don't think he's got everything up there. I think, oh dear. You're in trouble. You're in so much trouble. And so, they get back home. So they've got Star and they've got Laddie. Because initially it was like, we don't get in cars with vampires. And then it was like, this is the only car we got. That'll change then. And they get in the car, drive back to the house. And I love how Grandpa walks past them. They've got these kids, they've got these people, and all Grandpa's like, remember what you have to do when you take a car without permission. Fill it with gas.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all he says to them, about filling the car up back up with gas. Not a problem. Okay, thanks, Grandpa. And Sam goes to his mum and tells her Santa Carla is full of vampires, and she doesn't believe him, and she gets really cross with him and thinks it's all because of he doesn't like Max, and he's like, to hell with Max. Oh, there's no swearing in this film. To hell with Max. And that she's like gets really annoyed and kind of tells him to go away. And it's like,
Yeah.
Crying. He was really trying to tell you the truth.
He was really trying.
He was really trying. Then you have the scene where there's all those people trying to have a baptism, and they all come in to take water from the font, holy water. Thanks. Lots of disapproving looks. It's a funny scene. It's just one of those. Again, I think it's that heralding back to having the comic bits to keep the scary bits sort of and give you that laugh and that minute of whoo, because something big's coming. They've killed one of the vampires. When it's nighttime, the shit's gonna go down.
Yeah.
So you have that silly bit where they're filling it in, and then they send Grandpa out on a date. She said to come at 7, not 8. He didn't even know he was going out. He's like, I better get ready. So goes off to see Widow Twanky, aka Widow Thompson.
Yeah.
And they try and vampire-proof the house. As soon as Grandpa's gone, do with his horn. I can't remember the tune. No. They vampire. They lock the windows. They do all sorts. They fill the bath with water and garlic and holy water, and they fill it with their water pistols. And this is where you get the shot of the vampire feet. So the back in the left. They've gone back to you. The vampire's dead, but they've gone back to sleep.
Well, they have to conserve their energy.
It's where they're creatures that aren't quite the same as us. It's like, he's dead. We tried. Might as well go to sleep now. So he jumps down, and you think, again, you're given the impression of flying with the camera angle and the floating through the sky. And Lucy's having dinner with Max. She's a bit distracted. He said, why are you so jumpy? He's like, and she explains that Sam was trying to explain something to her, and she got really cross with him. But she goes, he was just seemed so sincere. But what he was saying was crazy, and she didn't believe any of it. But he seemed like he was telling the truth. And Max was like, you tell me, I won't judge you. Again, at this point, Max still seems really trustworthy and rather quite pleasant.
Rather nice, yeah. Pleasant person.
Yeah. And then Nanook starts barking, whining. Because, I forgot to say, when they came with the vampires, Nanook got put outside.
Yeah.
And then they realise they've left him out there and he's stuck. So Michael rushes out there, and so does Sam, to try and free him. And then the vampires are coming. There's just in case, just add the stakes. Literally. Ha ha ha.
Ba-dum-tush.
I'm here all week.
Oh God, I hope not. I've got to sleep.
Sleeps for the week. That's why I like it a lot.
Me too.
And they struggle, and they free Nanook, and they get back in the house. But the vampire just crushes straight through. You suddenly think, the invite thing. What's going on there? And cue the battle scene. So, one down in holy water, thanks to Nanook.
Garlic don't work, boys. Holy water, death breath.
And then the dog pushes it in, and he melts. He literally melts. As he said, no vampire goes the same way. Some
implode, some explode. All of them will try and take you with them.
Yeah, and they all die. So this one melts. But then the water's bubbling and boiling, and then it splurts up through all the plugs like
bit gremlins.
Huh?
Because he pops back up, bit gremlins.
Bit gremlins, bit of just the ooze, the slime. He's just melting the sharp claws. Like then my favourite is the way he pops back up, and it's just his skull.
Yeah,
it's still got the fangs.
Still got his fangs, yeah.
Still the fangs. And then the second one gets done. So he explodes, and then it all pops up through the plug holes in the house, all the bloody water.
Yeah.
Nice. Sam needs Mike to wake up because Sam, I think when the thing comes crashing through the door, he got knocked out. I
I think so, yeah.
I don't remember why he was knocked out, but I'm presuming that's what happened. And when he looks to Mike, he gets grabbed by the vampire on the face, and you think, oh no. But he gets dropped because I think Mike does wake up and or someone shoots holy water at it or something, and he drops Sam.
Yeah, and he tries to wipe it off his face.
And Sam shoots.
And then someone takes a crossbow to him.
And he's like, haha, you missed. Only once, asshole or something.
Yeah.
And gets him. Dramatic. But the arrow goes through him and into the hi-fi, which then plays music and electrocutes him. And he just explodes into many pieces.
And the kids all stand there and go, whoa.
Dead vampire.
Death by stereo.
Yeah. And then the boys are chatting, and then Laddie appears up through the bed, and and there's that one kid put the attack of Eddie Munster, and I said,
it's the attack of Eddie Munster.
but I said this bit he seems very Reagan as well, because Star put herself in the way of no, you mustn't hurt. He's just a little boy.
He's just a little boy. He's just a little boy.
He's giving. Oh, sorry, Papa fell over. Ow. He's giving it all that. He must have had so much fun doing that scene. Could you stop headbutting my microphone because it's probably making thunking noises? And then Michael challenges David. I tried to make you immortal. You tried to make me a killer.
You tried to make me a killer.
You are a killer, Michael. It's all very, very dramatic, very like. Very Shakespeare almost, isn't it? It's very like, melodrama. And then they have this fight in the air, pushing it thanks to Grandpa and his penchant for antlers.
Pew, 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 pew.
That's why you've got your boxing papa on. I've got my Christmas one on because it's what I wore to the Lost Souls pizza restaurant, which we'll talk about once we finish talking about the film. I won't go there now because, tangent. And you've got your boxing on because they have the fights. The fights, and there's thanks again to Grandpa and his penchant for antlers. Is that why his hands are gold? The boxing gloves are gold. All I can see is his little arms sticking out the bottom. Just like this. Anyway, and yeah, he takes and then he manages. He's like, "Your blood, my blood is in your system, but so is mine.
My blood is in your veins. So is mine."
And he twists him, manages to skewer him, and he dies. No.
He's got his hands on the horn.
And then he's very pretty. He goes back to human form, and all his facial hair disappears. And
he's beautiful, beautiful keeper.
Poor David.
Beautiful keeper.
But it turns out he's not the head vampire. Shock horror. I know. So surprised. Oh. And Mum and Max arrive home because I think she'd said to Max where she'd been feeling worried about Sam. So come home, the house is what the hell has happened in here? There's just
what is going on?
Stuff everywhere. And Max walks through and sees David's dead. What he doesn't see down in the corner though is Mike's vamped out with Star and has told Star, keep the others away from me. I don't want them seeing me like this. Mike, you're right. Yeah, I don't want you to see me like this. But he's being quiet as Max walks in, and Max looks sadly at David, and comes back out and he's like, "Oh, it looks like David and my boys have misbehaved." Your boys? What? And then tells them, don't invite vampires in. It renders you powerless. So I'm presuming because they invited the head vampire in, it
negates the invitation for all of them, maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I don't think it's ever sort of answered in the movie, but I feel that's what it was getting at, is like you invited the head one in, therefore all the rest had inoculation. They were safe.
But Max does give this long speech of, boys need a father, and and it would have been your boys and my boys, and
Yeah,
we could have been one happy family, and all
I
this
did
sort of
it for
stuff.
you.
And
I
it's like,
wanted you, Lucy, and I knew if I brought, Mike and Sam over, you'd have no choice.
yeah, I still want you, Lucy. I haven't changed my mind about that. And then
And
he's
he's
full vamp.
He's full vamped, and he's not so cute as a vampire.
And the frogs are going, but we tested you, we counted you out, and it can't be you. And it's like, you don't invite a vampire into your house, so you silly boy. It renders you powerless.
Did you know this? Yeah. It's like, obviously you didn't.
I didn't invite you this time, Max.
Oh, it's brilliant. And then who was I watching? I think my son had come at this point. He's like, they seem very weak. They don't seem to like cope very long. He just throws Mike up the top of the stairs, and it's just all like, he's like, oh, are they that? I'm like, just watch the movie. But then somehow, I think because Max hurt Mike, Sam goes for Max.
Mm-hmm.
And Max catches him easily and is crushing him at his side. And Lucy then goes to give Max a hand to say yes, should become his, just, to save her child. And then you hear Grandpa's horn. And he drives through his own wall.
Yeah.
And the big stake, because he'd been doing his huge stake, because he'd been doing his fencing. You saw him earlier doing his fence, and these poles were all just massive stakes, like huge, with like whittled at the top. And you're thinking, and this straight into Max and takes him straight into the fire. The camera shot's really clever. It's obviously mounted on the end of it, so it pulls him back into the fire, and he explodes. And there is soot everywhere. Everyone is covered in a layer of ash and soot.
Yeah,
covered.
Mike and Star and Laddie are all back to normal.
Yep. They are now human again. Massive explosion, black smoke. Michael, Star, and Laddie are human again. Right, all right. And then, you're right, Grandpa. And he just ignores them. And I know, so he walks through, goes to his fridge, gets a Coke. And then he says, one thing living in Santa Carla I could never stomach is all the damn
vampires.
And that is literally the last line of the film.
And they're all just looking at him like...
Lucy's face is like that. It's just like, what, Dad? And that's the end of the film. And the credits roll, and it's just like, that one thing I could never stomach living in Santa Clara. And my ghost song, you should probably know what one it is, and those that know the cover, that is Echo and the Bunnymen. Nocturnal Me. But it's only when you held it up and I went, I think I've picked Echo and the Bunnymen. It's flukish. Maybe it's that sound of the 80s. But it's also, take me internally. I mean, there's different connotations. He took the blood internally, and then he took Star.
Well, I just thought fangs and thought, if you have ghosts.
Oh, yeah, that's good. I like it. You have everything. We live forever. I'll never die. But you must feed. I don't want my fangs too long.
I don't want my fangs too long.
I don't want my fangs too long. No.
But that was the Lost Boys.
That was the Lost Boys. I mean, again, it's just one of those wonderful 80s movies about not a lot. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, about not a lot at all.
And you don't have to overthink it.
No, it is.
And enjoy
it. Yeah, it is delicious brain rot. It is fantastic. And it's way up there on my list of awesome films that are awesome is The Lost Boys, and I do love it. I think it's
quite an easy watch. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can just stick it on, and it's good music.
Yeah.
Beautifully shot.
Well made.
Has a happy ending, as it were.
Great looking cast.
Huge cast, actually, comparison to a lot of the ones we've watched. There's a lot more. What I mean is, the ones we've watched, there are lots of people in them, but in this one, there's lots of people who have main things that are constantly in the mix. They're not just little side characters. They've all got quite strong parts.
They've all got stuff to do. Yeah.
And we come back regularly.
Absolutely fantastic film, and it's like. it's just such a good film. And I would say it's one of those films that you almost don't want to cheapen by having sequels, but there are now 2 sequels.
Oh, are there? I did not know this.
There are, yeah, and the only person that is in all 3 is Corey Feldman.
Ah, Edgar
Poe.
But his brother is Alan. Does Alan actually say an awful lot? Is it mostly Edgar?
I think Jameson Newlander might be in them. Give them a quick Goog and see what you can come up with. Lost Boys sequels. They're apparently they're a bit shit.
They're not the best. A bit like Jaws.
Ah, yeah, you take that back. Jaws 2 is genius.
Did they jump the shark?
Oh, so far.
Are they called Lost Boys?
I believe so.
Oh, like there's 2008 Lost Boys, The Tribe.
There you go. I can't remember whether that's number 2 or number 3.
Or Lost Boys, The Thirst. So the Lost Boys, The Thirst it's got 5. It's not awful. Oh, it has got Alan Frog in it as well. Alan is in it. So Lost Boys, The Thirst from 2010. Multi-arrow crossbow, check. Holy water grenade launcher, ready. Stake shooting M134 or 100 though. Got that too. Edgar Frog is locked and loaded for his bloodiest badass battle yet with the undead. And you just go, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And what was the other one? The Tribe. 4.5. They haven't scored as low as some of the Jaws movies.
No, this is true. This is true.
There is Angus Sutherland in it. Younger half-brother of Keith Sutherland and Rachel Sutherland.
Ah!
He is only a year older than me. He's born 3rd of September 82, this Sutherland.
Oh.
He really is the baby of the family.
He's a baby.
He's the baby. I think that one's him. Oh God, it won't cope, will it?
Oh yeah, that's a Sutherland.
That's a Sutherland.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, so younger half brother. He's 6'3".
No.
Angus Redford Sutherland. There you go. But he's in the other one, which is, what did I say? The Tribe. The follow-up to the cult classic horror film takes us back to the familiar shady surf city of Santa Carla, where vampire surfers quickly dispatch anyone who tries to invade their turf.
Nice. I like it. Not going to watch it.
Vampire surf. Tad Hinglebrink, Angus Sutherland, Autumn Reeser, and Corey Feldman. And you just go, mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Oh, when a scene looks like that, you just go, it's like Grease 2. Some things are better left alone. And the reason we chose this movie, because it was always on our list, and it is a favoured one, is because recently we visited
Lost Souls Pizza in Camden.
Yay! Which is all based around the Lost Boys. Woo!
It's a vampire pizza bar. It's amazing. All the pizza faces are black.
Apart from mine, because I was gluten-free. But at least I could get gluten-free.
Yeah, that's true.
Not a lot of these sort of really cool places tend to my needs for like gluten-free. So I was very happy. I didn't mind that I did not have to have dark poop. Thanks to black crusts on pizza.
Yeah, so it had the crust in the pizza. The pizza base was made out had vegetable charcoal in it, and I ordered the dough balls that were also had vegetable charcoal in them, and they were really good.
It did. All tasted so good, and even Papa had a little bit of pizza in her.
He did, yeah, he did. All our papas had a little bit of pizza.
There was 4 of them.
Yeah,
which I have shared on my Instagram.
My God, that's caused some confusion. Why do you have 4? She doesn't
have 4. I have friends.
There was 4 of us there. She has friends.
I had there were 6 of us all together, and between us, 4 of us brought a papa with us.
Yeah.
You. And they're all slightly different. They've all got slightly different faces.
Yeah.
Natalie's even rattles. It's good. It is not a thing to be sad about. He's gone.
Yours and his dodgy leg.
His
I
dodgy
love-
leg. I love you, buddy. Papa Albertus loves you too. And that night led to some very cool things, did it not?
We did. That was.
That was one of those nights that just made our brains go.
Well, your brains just have a bit of a minute.
Papa even collapsed again.
Yeah, it was a very, everything was serendipitous.
Yes, it was a very unexpected, but in the best ways.
Yes. Yeah, we did. We ended up having a fantastic evening, and
Oh, by the way, you do know Vision Video then shared a poster of the Japanese post. I think it was the Japanese poster of Lost Boys in their stories.
I did. I saw that.
I saw that and went, oh, so it's quite funny. So, you know, we ended up all fitted in, you know, like you said, serendipitous.
Serendipitous. Well, we usually go to Garlic and Shots in London, and one of our guesties suggested Lost Souls. So we changed venues, and then they suggested, well, why don't we meet up earlier on in the day so that we can have a bit longer together?
Yep.
So we did, and sitting next to us on the table next to us was Dusty Gannon, who is the lead singer of Vision Video Band, and I had a bit of a
moment.
I had a bit of a nervy bee. Oh my god! But yeah, so we ended up chatting to him, and then we ended up at their gig that night.
In Shepherd's Bush.
In Shepherd's Bush, as you do.
This is the Membranes and Chameleon.
And a great night was had by all.
Yes.
And we've coined a new part for rock and roll shows, which will now and forever be known as Compliment Corner.
Yes, we did, because we were stood by the bathrooms and everyone who walked past got a compliment.
Yeah. This woman in a very British way looked at us and went, what is this? Compliment Corner? Yes.
Yes, that is why we're stood here.
Yes.
Exactly the reason we're stood here. It's just a compliment. We're not queuing. We're not queuing for the toilet. We're just having a conversation outside it.
Yeah, as you do.
As you do. It's a very British thing to do, I think. Just stood outside the toilets having a chat.
With a beer? Yeah, definitely.
Hear yourself. That's what it was. So, you know. And maybe we can hopefully persuade Dusty to come and join us on one of these chats.
That would be great. That would be so much fun.
So yeah,
I've got a feeling it would be even more unhinged than this.
the amount of
There will be a conversation about crazy cat videos in there somewhere.
Oh, it has to be. I see a lot of cat videos.
Yeah.
It's understandable though.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it was the best night, and therefore we thought it was which is why, as I said, I'm wearing this t-shirt because I wore it because it was our Christmas guesty night out. So I have my Christmas one on, and it goes very well with the jacket. It does. I did wear the jacket that night, and I'm glad because it was raining, and the jacket is not good. You've got to protect it from the rain. But yeah, instead I had my very sensible dog walking jacket on, which is not really the outfit I was going for if I was going to a gig.
But hey, it worked. It worked.
Kept me warm. And it was Papa's first gig because I kept him in my pocket, and he got to shimmy it out before preparing him for the world tour next year. Obviously, a bit of all the ghost shows that he can get to.
He met the keyboardist of Vision Video. She's very pretty.
He'd forget all the lyrics.
Bless him. But yeah, so that was the Lost Boys, and that was our.
And it was funny the amount of people we met who were Ghost fans, because it was like, yeah, 40-plus-year-old woman.
Even the keyboardist.
Yeah. Oh, and our wonderful server at Lost Souls.
At Lost Souls. It was her first day.
First trial, you know, shift, and she was a guestie.
She was a
It's
guestie.
much fun down there with us, I
Yeah.
must say. And then, everyone was meeting the puppets. Even at the gig, people wanted to hold him and say, like, there's me thinking, oh, people are going to be like... And then I thought, you know what, we're all a bit strange. No one cares. So he's out dancing, and there's a few going, is that what I think it is? Is that real ghost merch? Can I hold it? The amount of times this poor fellow was just, stared at and gazed upon. It was, I think he had quite a big head by the time he came home.
It is rather beautiful though, so it's understandable.
It is very understandable. But yeah, he lives in my pocket, and they had fun with him. He had a very enjoyable time.
We had a
We'll leave it
fantastic
there
one.
before we start discussing our trip to IKEA.
Yes, we should probably go now.
As always, let us know what other films you would like us to watch and discuss. I mean, we mostly do horror movies because I am being educated. So far, most of these I've actually seen, so I've watched a few now that I haven't. So that we can talk about. I have watched. What did I watch with you? Cabin in the Woods.
Yes, we watched
If anyone
Cabin in the
wants
Woods
to
together.
discuss Cabin in the Woods with us, I really, really enjoyed that. And also watched, what was the other 1980s?
Revenge of the Living Dead. The Return of the Living Dead. Yeah.
So epically, wonderfully 80s.
Just epically wonderful.
No.
Fantastic film.
No.
Loved every second of it.
Actually, I did not, because normally I give the running time of the movies as well. So I give the running time of the Lost Boys. Obviously, I give Lost Boys 10 out of 10, 11 out of 10. It's wonderful.
Hang on, I'm doing that thing again. It's 93 minutes, but I'm doing that thing. 93 minutes.
Ah, is that what it says on there? So why
Yeah.
is it 1 hour 37 on IMDb? They lie. I wonder if that's not the face planting. I think he's a bit tired. I wonder if that's the credits.
Could be.
But yes, so 10 out of 10. As we said, Nocturnal Me is my song from Ghost that fits with it, and yours is...
But I suppose now it's going to be If You Have Ghosts, but I hadn't actually thought of one up until...
Then do you know what annoyed me? And then I totally ADHD. I remember thinking of that song in the car. Then just before I came to record this, I was thinking,
What's my song?
what song did I think of? I thought of something. And it's just... It was one of those moments because I knew I'd had the thought, but I didn't write the thought down because lies we tell ourselves. I'll remember that. So anyway, as always, yeah. So if anyone wants to discuss Cabin in the Woods with us, that's a fabulous one. We have a few people to reach out to. Hopefully, we'll schedule some more. I don't know. I think this will probably be the last one to post in 2024.
2024.
And then we will continue into 2025.
Which will be the year of the ritual.
You think we're hyper now? You have seen nothing yet. Nothing, I tell me. Right.
Nothing. Oh my god.
Right, we've got to go now. And come haunt with us again.
Yes.
Very, very soon. Thank you for joining us. Bye. Take care.
Bye.
I love you. I like you.
Like you. Take care now.
Bye.